Welcome to Meditation 10 with Franz Devantier. This is a COVID-19 meditation. Make sure to click on subscribe if you are not already subscribed. Give me the thumbs up. This meditation is about preparing ourselves to embrace a world of COVID-19. Sit down on a chair or cross-legged on the floor with your back straight. However you position yourself, the important thing is to be comfortable. Lift your chin slightly so that your head can balance in a relaxed way on the top of your neck. Put your hands in your lap and gently close your eyes. Take a deep breath. Hold for a few moments and breathe out. Gently focus on your breath. Notice how your belly moves as you take a breath. Hold it for a few moments and then slowly breathe out. Continue to focus on your breathing. Just being aware of when you breathe in and when you breathe out. I want you to think about what COVID-19 has done for you in your life. How has it changed your life? Even if you have not contracted the virus or had family members who were ill or who died from the virus, still think about it. What has it done in your life? Think about what the lockdown has done for you or to you. How the lockdown has changed your life. Think about COVID-19 in a non-judgmental way. Take a deep breath. Hold it for a few moments and breathe out. Focus on being non-judgmental about the virus. It is so easy to get upset about the virus. But we want to find peace with the virus. We need to understand what is happening. Take a deep breath. Hold it for a few moments and breathe out again. The virus is as close to inanimate as they come. COVID-19, like any other virus, is just a thin shell around the DNA material inside. The virus will wait wherever it has been deposited until it is picked up and integrated into a human body. there is a window of time during which it remains viable. This could vary from hours to days. Only when and if the virus is picked up in time can its DNA be transferred into a certain type of healthy cell, not just any human cell, but a specific human cell. Take a deep breath, hold it for a few moments, and breathe out again. COVID-19 has no way of duplicating itself, or for that matter, doing anything at all that could be considered life in any way. It is only when it comes into contact with a suitable living cell that the other living cell can assimilate its DNA and then duplicate or replicate the virus. The DNA component of the virus will turn the cell into a factory of COVID-19 viruses. Eventually, the cell will burst, killing the cell, and it will flood the surrounding area with COVID-19 viruses. They will all wait to come into contact with a healthy cell to repeat the process. Take a deep breath, hold it for a few moments, and breathe out. Did viruses give up their right to a proper life in order to help with other aspects of life way back in the chain of evolution? There are many viruses in the body, but only some of them, like COVID-19, are harmful. Take a deep breath. Hold it for a few moments and breathe out. Once COVID-19 is moving through the bloodstream, moving in the mucous membranes of a suitable host, it will attach to suitable healthy cells only if it comes into contact with them. Once that happens, those cells can be turned into factories for more viruses. Eventually, the body will develop antibodies, and the virus will not be viable for long enough within the body to damage additional healthy cells. Take a deep breath, hold it for a few moments, and breathe out. As the virus gets ejected from the body by a cough, for example, it lands on a surface and hopefully it will be picked up by a host before it disintegrates or loses its viability. Its period of viability can range from hours to days, depending on the material that it landed on. Take a deep breath. Hold it for a bit and release. The virus itself does not have consciousness as such. Essentially, it is a collection of chemical substances of which the DNA material and its shell are made. It has pieces sticking out of it. If one of these pieces becomes attached to a cell, then the DNA material is transferred from the virus to the healthy cell. Take a deep breath. Hold it for a bit and breathe out. The virus has no more consciousness than a stone or piece of inanimate material would have. We are the ones who take the virus into ourselves and allow it to propagate copies of itself. If circumstances were suitable and everybody avoided picking the virus up for a few days or spreading it if they were contaminated, then within a few days the virus would be finished. Take a deep breath. Hold it for a few moments and breathe out. What would happen if everybody washed their hands and disinfected themselves at every available opportunity? What would happen if we all practiced social distancing properly? What would happen if all those that were infected made sure that they did not spread the virus? What would happen if more and more people started to develop natural antibodies to combat the virus? Take a deep breath. Hold it for a bit and breathe out. If we all stood together and took the virus seriously, if we all recognized the threat for what it was, without blaming the inanimate virus, if we all took absolute extreme precautions, what would happen to COVID-19? Would it cease to exist like the dodo? Could it become extinct? Take a deep breath. Hold it for a few moments and breathe out again. The universe is trying to tell us something. It is not so much the virus that is the problem as it is ourselves. What must we change to prevent the threat of COVID-19 and other threats that may be on their way. Just focus on your breathing for a bit, just being aware of when you breathe in and when you breathe out. It has been predicted that by the first half of 2021, the threat of COVID-19 would have disappeared without explanation. What are we supposed to learn from this? Is it to do with global warming and the pollution of our planet, our home? What do we need to change? Take a deep breath. Hold it for a few moments and breathe out again. What are the lessons from COVID-19 that we can apply to our future, to our lives? The same prediction says that COVID-19 will be back in 10 years' time with a vengeance. Why with a vengeance? Where will it go in the first half of 2021? Why will it come back in 2031? What can we as individuals do? Just focus on your breathing for a little. Just being aware of when you breathe in and when you breathe out. You start to wrap this meditation session up. You become aware of the place where you sat down to meditate. I want you to start moving your toes, your feet, your hands. Become aware of your surroundings where you are. At the sound of the bell, this meditation will end. You will find yourself back in your normal state of mind or consciousness. You will feel refreshed. Thank you for joining me for this meditation on COVID-19. Please share it with your family and friends, and as many people as you can. I look forward to doing meditations with you in the future. Until our next meditation together, may you be safe and build up natural antibodies to COVID-19.